Hey, what's going on, everybody? Steve here, Rake and Profit. And normally on my channel, I'm talking about e-commerce, selling on Amazon, talking about how to make money, right? Finances, so on and so forth. But today, it's quite a different video. And normally I wouldn't post videos like this, but it's made such an impact on my life. And I was like so shocked. Like, honestly, like, I'll tell you right now, I was the #1 coffee drinker. I loved coffee. I was addicted to coffee. I could never imagine not having coffee in my life. I drank coffee every single day. There was never a day where I missed a cup of coffee. Like, some people are like, I have a cup of coffee here and there, and sometimes I miss a day or two, and they, and then sometimes I'll drink it for 2 weeks, and then I'll go a day or two without drinking. Like, that was never me. Like, if I did not have coffee first thing in the morning, I mean, I couldn't think about anything else, right? I needed it for everything I did. Before I started work, I had to have it. Waking up, had to have it. If I was drowsy and I, had to go somewhere, if I had to go on a road trip or something, I always had to have caffeine. And to give you a little context, I'm 38 years old. I've been drinking coffee since I was probably 18, right? So 20 years drinking coffee. And on average, I was drinking about 500 milligrams per day. So I would have usually a couple Keurig coffees, and then I would usually have like a Starbucks. In the past, I would do like a full medium, or whatever it's called, Venti Starbucks. But then I started doing like half decaf, half regular because, and this is the reason why I actually quit. And I'm going to share with you guys some freaking shocking results that I had. And I mean, you're going to be mind blown at some of this stuff. And I'm telling you right now, there's nothing to sell in this video. I'm not trying to promote anything. I'm not trying to promote a decaf coffee and buy my brand. Like, I'm literally just sharing with you results. But yeah, I was drinking probably 500 to 700 milligrams per day until I went half decaf at Starbucks. And the reason is, okay, my anxiety was just running rampant, right? It was just going crazy. Like, I was starting to have depersonalization. Has anyone ever dealt with depersonalization? I didn't even know what it was until I heard the word, and I started having all these symptoms. Like, really, probably the last year or so, I've been having these like depersonalization episodes, and it's so weird and it's embarrassing to share, but like sometimes like I would be somewhere, like even driving, this is scary. Like, I even kind of got scared driving, but like I'd be like in the gym and I'd be working out and I'd be done with a set, and I was there in the gym, obviously physically. This is gonna sound so weird, but I felt like I wasn't there. Like, I felt like my body, like my soul or my spirit was like detaching from my physical body. It's the weirdest thing. You guys are gonna think I'm a lunatic, but I'm just being 100% real and raw in this video. I was very panicky throughout the day. I was very anxious, and I'm already a little bit like, I would say like socially awkward sometimes. Like, I'm always in my head. I'm always overthinking. Like, it's just part of who I am in a sense. But I just noticed really the last couple of years, really the last year, I started having this depersonalization where like I was having these like, it wasn't an out of body experience, but I literally, like, I would be sitting here even recording a video and I felt like I was somewhere else. Like, I didn't even feel like I was in my body. And I did some research on it, and essentially what it is in a nutshell, right? This isn't scientific, but from what I understood is your nervous system, for some people like myself, your nervous system is just so overworked, so overly stimulated that in order for your brain to protect itself, it like detaches from your body. Like, it's called depersonalization. There's a lot more to it, but it was just really, really weird. And it was like having the depersonalization was giving me even more anxiety. My sleep wasn't very good. Like, sometimes I couldn't even fall asleep till like midnight, right? And I would like not get a really good sleep. I would be like laying in bed and I just felt so antsy. My thoughts were going crazy, and and then the anxiety, of course, as well, like just seeing people and meeting people. And like, I've made 3,000 plus videos on this channel. Like, my whole business is around people and, interacting with people and making videos and engaging. And I was just always just very, very nervous. And I started to realize probably like 6 months ago, I'm like, this coffee has got to be doing it, because there was a period of time where I was doing my normal 2 cups of Keurig coffee, but then I started having an additional Starbucks, which Starbucks coffee, for anyone who has issues with anxiety, nervous system, so on and so forth, you should look at how much caffeine is in it. Like, it should be illegal. And for some people, it doesn't affect you, right? There are people out there who aren't like me, like a weirdo, like just naturally anxious, like naturally nervous system gets stimulated very, very quickly. If that's not you, this doesn't apply to you, right? If you've never dealt with anxiety, if caffeine doesn't really bother you, if you get really great sleep, like, don't watch this video. But I decided, you want to know what? And this was about 70 days ago, okay? Yeah, 70 days ago, because I've been off caffeine now 100% for about 99%. I'll explain it, because I do have decaf coffee, and that has like trace amounts. So that's why I'm saying 99%, but it's not enough to affect you really. But 70 days ago, I said, you want to know what? I can't take this depersonalization anymore. I can't take this anxiety. I want to feel calm. I want to feel mellow. I want to feel just at peace, right? And I'm like, you want to know what? I am gonna quit coffee. But then I thought to myself, how am I gonna quit coffee? Like, imagine like saying to yourself, okay, I'm gonna stop breathing air. I'm gonna stop doing everything that gives me joy. And that's the thing with addiction, because you know, I've been addicted to a lot of things over the years. I've been addicted to ADHD medication, Xanax back in the day when I used to take it, depression medication a long time ago. I had to get off of that. When I was younger, again, I'm 38, when I was, I think, 21 when I quit smoking cigarettes. I was smoking 2 packs a day. I quit that. I was vegan for a period of time. I quit that. I've been addicted to a lot of things. About a year and a half ago, a year ago, I was addicted to nicotine. I got hooked on nicotine gum. So it's a trend, right? And I end up always having to quit these things. Marijuana as well. All these things. My nervous system does not like all these different stimulants, right? And I know there's, you know, marijuana, I have nothing against it. For some people, it benefits you. If these things benefit you, do it, right? But I'm just talking about for me. But 70 days ago, I'm like, I'm going to quit this. And I said, you know what? If I just have the idea of quitting it, I'm never going to quit it. I've got to attack this like I attacked my old addictions, right? I've got to find a way to put leverage on myself. I've got to figure out a way to really attack this as if I was going into like a business deal, right? Because in my business, I'm strategic, I plan, I plot, I put leverage, so on and so forth. And I said, you want to know what? I'm going to be strategic about this. And what I decided to do, and this takes a lot of discipline, is I started to track how many milligrams of caffeine I was taking in every single day. And it was around 500 milligrams on average. So what did I do? I created pretty much a plan where I said, you want to know what? Week 1, I'm going to go from 500 down to 400. And then the next week, I'm going to go down to 250. And then the next week, I'm going to go down to, 100. And then I'm going to go down to 25. I'm going to see if I could find some pictures of what I printed out, and I put it on my wall and everything. And I posted it in some of my groups. So I'll put some pictures on the screen. I'll send it over to my video editor. But I strategically, over about a 30-day period, it might have been a couple days less, I went from 500 milligrams down to 25 milligrams of coffee. And I started cutting the coffee too. So, I kept having my full cups of coffee, but I would cut the caffeine down. So I would literally take out a scale, and I was crazy. Like I would say, okay, this Keurig has 100 milligrams of caffeine in it. So eventually, at first I went from like having 3 to 2, and then from 2 to 1. And then I started to weigh it on a scale and cutting the liquid and then putting it with decaf. And I weaned myself all the way down to 25 milligrams. And it actually wasn't that bad going from 500 to 300 to 100. Again, I forget exactly what I did. I wrote it all down and I checked it off every single week. But doing it that way wasn't that bad. And when I finally got to the 25 milligrams and I had to make the jump, it was really just a mental wall that I had to go through, because honestly, I didn't really have that many withdrawals. Again, going from 500 to 25 over a 1-month period and slowly weeding myself down, it wasn't that bad at all. It was definitely a mental challenge going, and till this day, so I ended up cutting it about 40 days ago, like to 0. And I say 0, but I have 1 to 2 cups of decaf per day, and it could have anywhere from 1 to 5 milligrams. It's not enough. You don't feel anything. So, I guess technically I'm not 100% off. I'm not drinking any of those fancy dancy, there's like decaf coffees that don't even taste like coffee, that don't have any caffeine at all. For me, the big thing is I wanted to calm my nervous system down. And once I made the jump, I had barely any side effects. It was just a mental thing, but having the decaf felt fine. And I want to share the benefits. So the benefits for me, the depersonalization went away like 90%, probably 95%. I still have, I've had anxiety and even this like slight depersonalization for many years. I'm not on any medication. I don't take any medication. It's been many, many years since I've taken any depression, anxiety, anything like that. But I feel a lot more at peace, right? I used to always just be like, it was like I was either a 10 out of 10 of energy, or I was like a 1 out of 4 right? I was never like a solid 6 or a 7 or an 8. And now that I'm not on caffeine anymore, I'm usually at like a solid 6 to an 8 energy level all throughout the day. And it's really, really nice. Like I feel more at peace. I don't feel like I'm always chasing the next high. And again, for some people, you're gonna think I'm crazy. I guess I am, but I have an addictive personality. And if you don't, you're not gonna relate to this. It's gonna sound weird. It's gonna sound like, what is this guy talking about? But I know, comment down below if anybody relates to this. But the thing I used to hate when I was hooked on caffeine is I had to work my day around the caffeine. Like, you know, I would have to wake up and immediately have a cup of coffee, and then I would have to like take advantage of that high of the caffeine because I was going to come back down again. And then like I would come down and crash and feel tired, and like, you know, then I would have to have another cup of coffee and I would get all jacked up and anxious, and then I would like crash again. And it was always just like, I was always like having to plan my day around it. When am I going to have my next cup of coffee? And I was either just super high or super low. Another thing I noticed as well, now that it's been 40 days on practically no caffeine, is when I used to get jacked up on caffeine in the morning and in the afternoon, a lot of times I felt super amazing. And that was enough for me to feel like I had a productive day because I was high. And a lot of times I would just be chasing my tail around, being super duper busy, like just like getting involved in these projects and doing these things that like, I was just like high on caffeine and super jacked up, and I would like do these things and like, I was just like moving so fast that I didn't really get anything accomplished. Like I was busy, I was doing things, but I wasn't strategic. Like for me, I don't know how to say this. Now that I'm calm, and it's funny now because I'm like jacked up now, like I'm getting like high off the caffeine, not even on caffeine now because I'm excited about sharing this. And that's been another interesting thing too. Like you get that feeling doing things that you enjoy, like making videos and stuff. But yeah, now that I'm not on caffeine anymore, like I'm more calm when I'm making decisions. You know, I don't have that caffeine to get me high. So the way that I get high, I hate to say it like that, is doing actual work in my business that is productive, that helps me to accomplish my goals. So I'm getting that feeling by being productive. I'm getting that feeling by going to the gym. I'm getting that feeling by going out for a walk. And it's just been different. Like on caffeine, I just felt like I'm checking the boxes off that I'm doing great, but I wasn't really doing that much. I was just feeling good off the caffeine. And now it's like I have to actually create the good feelings myself instead of just using a stimulant. It sounds weird. I don't know if this resonates. I feel like I could be explaining it a little bit confusing, but yeah, another thing that I've been enjoying is decaffeinated tea. A lemon balm tea is what I've been drinking a lot of, and I'm actually getting ready to go to a coffee shop now, and yeah, I get a lemon balm tea over here. I have my own at the house, and it's been nice working and just being calm and being just level-headed and not feeling like I'm chasing my tail. Yeah, I mean, so overall, it's been really, really great. You know, I highly recommend for folks out there. And again, if you love coffee, if it doesn't have an effect, if you're not dealing with anxiety, depersonalization, crashing energy, you know, the afternoon crashes, I don't even have those anymore. Like now when I'm tired, I know I have to relax for 20 or 30 minutes and then I get up and I feel a lot better. Before, like when you're on caffeine, your body can't even tell when you're tired anymore because I think it's called what, the adenosine receptors, right? It's blocking them. So you never even know when you're tired. And now it's like, I know when I'm tired, I need to rest because I don't have anything propping me up. Like I'm myself, I'm my true self now. I don't have any stimulants that are just like not real. Another interesting thing, a lot of people said that when you quit caffeine that you're going to gain weight. And I guess I'm crazy, but on day about 3 or 4 of quitting caffeine, I said to myself, because I've been on a weight loss journey. I went from 232 pounds in August of 2023 to now at about 178 pounds. When I started my caffeine journey 40 days ago of actually quitting, I was 186.6 pounds. And I'll put a picture here that I have in my mirror right now. I weighed in this morning at 178 pounds. So I've lost 8 pounds. Now, granted, I am on a calorie deficit. I've been tracking my calories, so on and so forth. But another big benefit was like, I felt so good that I was like doing something that felt impossible to me. And this is so silly, like quitting caffeine, like I'm the champion. No, but like it felt so good quitting something and treating myself better and like having this, like I feel so much happier, not having my nervous system like exploding. I'm like, I'm gonna start eating healthy. Like I'm gonna start like treating myself better. And like, yeah, I've been doing a lot more things for me. Like I had some hip issues and shoulder issues, and just yesterday I just signed up with a new, like one of those rehab therapists that you go in and it's like physical therapy. Yeah, I couldn't even, not having coffee. I'm not very smart in the morning. No, it was the first week or two. I was really stupid though. I was doing really dumb things. I couldn't put my sentences together sometimes. So, and I was actually very hungry the first week or two. You know, caffeine is a appetite suppressant, but overall I fought through it. The first couple of weeks are obviously still going to be tough, you know, not having that caffeine if you're going to try to diet. But yeah, I've been able to stick on my diet and I've felt so good and so proud of myself, and just quitting the caffeine, getting on the calorie deficit, getting a physical therapist, really working on myself, been a lot more productive in my business. And oh yeah, one more thing I wanted to share as well. I don't know if anyone else has dealt with this, or maybe, you know, obviously in this video now you can tell that I'm a lunatic the way I'm talking, but I used to kind of like rage out and get really angry in the mid-afternoon after having a cup of coffee. It was like maybe 1 out of every 1 or 2 times out of every 10 times I drank coffee midday. And I think it's because like I was really tired and I would use the caffeine to kind of like just keep going, and my body was resisting, and I would get super cranky and angry and just, I would be a dick. Like, I'll be honest, like sometimes I would just be a jackass to people. Like I was just not happy. I was angry, and it's probably because my body wanted to rest and relax, but I would just block my my whatever they're freaking called, the receptors with the caffeine, and just keep blasting through. And I'm not a scientist, guys. I'm just sharing, you know, just a normal guy doing this, but I would get so angry and upset and like just moody. I was always very moody. I'm way less moody now. I'm way more peaceful. I'm way more relaxed. Yeah, the first couple of weeks I was pretty hungry because of not having caffeine. It's a really good little tip to reduce hunger, having caffeine, but I don't have that. I've had to come up with new solutions to, you know, just manage my health and fitness and whatnot, but it's great, guys. I don't, honestly, do I think I'm ever going to go back to drinking caffeine? Honestly, I don't know why I would. If I did, it would be, in my opinion, a big mistake, because my energy levels are good now. I don't wake up in the morning craving coffee. I don't even think about it anymore. I have decaf. It's perfectly fine. I'm enjoying my hot tea. It's like my brain doesn't even think about it anymore. Like it used to be when I was driving, need a cup of coffee. When I was kind of like when I used to smoke cigarettes years ago, you build cigarettes into every part of your routine. You build coffee into every part of your routine. And yes, it's hard, but weaning myself off and then building these new healthy habits and like building happiness now for myself through doing positive things, it's replaced it, and it's great. This was a long-winded video. I don't know if this was valuable at all. This is probably a silly video to make. I'm sure nobody cares, but I just want to share. It's really, really, really made an impact in my life, and yeah, just want to share some thoughts and whatnot. A lot of benefits. Yeah, if you have any thoughts or comments, leave a comment down below. But yeah, it's been 40 days quitting, 30 days of weaning off, so it's about, you know, 70 days in total since I started this journey. If you guys want more updates, drop a comment down below. I'm happy to do a 3-month update if I'm still doing this, which I hope. I hope if I'm watching this in 3 months or in 3 years, I'm gonna say right now, Steve, please stay off the caffeine. Like, I do not need it. Now that I can feel a clear difference, it's 100% night and day difference. Very hard to do if you're not strategic about it, but I feel 1,000 times happier, way less anxiety, way less depersonalization, way more productive. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna stop yapping. Much love.